Hey, what is happening, adventurers? My name is GM Dave, and I'm your host for Roleplay Games, a variety Twitch channel that has a focus on TTRPG, fitness, and video game content, which we're going to start doing more of very soon. So, I know it's been quite some time since we last seen each other. Last time we met, we were doing our GM talks, which is going to also be a regular fixture on the channel because I think it's a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people think it's a lot of fun. So, woot. Now, today we are playing The Burnished Band, a D&D 5e adventure that is from the world of Arcanus, the world of Shattered Empires, by Paradigm Concepts. And I'm super excited to get back into the spirit of things. And before we begin, first things first, Kez, thank you for the sub if you're out there. Next, the most important thing, this is the time that I'm going to do to introduce our cast of characters. So let us go ahead and start from the top left to the right, down, left. First things first, I would like to introduce our very own Ranger, Adita. Adita, I forgot your last name. That's how long it's been.
Wow, yeah, it's been a minute. Adita Valdelanov.
Adita Valdelanov.
So, hello.
Thank you very much for that. After Adita, we have our very own Nico Valborda. Played by our good friend Mars.
What's up?
And to the right, the ever wonderful, ever fantastic, one of my favorite people in the world. She's a fantastic artist, and you should pay attention to her. Our good friend Kez, who is playing Fortuna Val Meehan.
Good card for today. Okay, that's hopeful. That's hopeful.
Oh? What does the card say?
It's the Chariot, so we'll probably smash it into something. Got it.
That's actually very, very possible with this group especially. And to our friend who is not here, but we will forever show him love, our good friend Slavinus, who plays Ceres. Hi, Ceres. And to Ceres's left, the wonderful, the beautiful Shadow Shura playing Theodora Valshim.
Well, happy to be back.
Woo! And I still say I apologize to Adita for forgetting your last name. Hopefully I'll be back on the ball and I'll remember as we get things going.
I mean, don't worry, I can just kiss you instead.
Yeah, we're all vowels. It's easy to get us mixed up.
Oh, and very important, you know, the one thing we can never forget about this stream, this D&D 5e, and I gotta say, despite all the circumstances involving Dungeons and Dragons the past few weeks, I'm glad we can all play again, and we're not so mad about D&D 5e. Upcoming Hasbro products, well, that's a different story. So, before we begin our adventure, my fellow players, it is that time to roll off for that F-bomb. Nico starts mid with a nice 10.
I forgot how to roll. That's how you roll? Nope. Not me. Oh my god, this is so promising for back after a time.
That was just a roller coaster of disaster.
Adita, I think you're muted.
We're in danger.
Well,
There you are.
yeah, all of that tracks.
Oh yeah, like that tracks.
Okay, everybody,
Yeah.
roll 3d6s. Now roll another 3d6.
Wow, it's always amazes me. Where is Saint Armor Guy? We need him now more than ever.
Yeah. Saint Armor Guy, protect us, please.
I guess
Saint
Nico
Armor
has
Guy
the
does not
F-bomb,
forgive,
and this might be an
does not
appropriate
forget.
place to use it.
Well, so Nico, you get the F-bomb for the night.
Oh boy.
All right. So
That says a lot.
our cast of characters have been introduced. The F-bomb has rolled. Let us begin tonight's adventure in the world of Arcanus, the Shattered Empires, with the Burnish Band.
The rise and fall of empires drives Arcanus. Their petty dramas played out against the backdrop of civilizations. Peaceable halflings, Insectoid Isori and Ilhuan, they were all of them wiped out by the unstoppable force of reptilian Sethragor, whose magic twisted the elemental lords to forge the Ilori. Elf-like children of nature, enslaved by Sethragoran might. Abused by their cruel creators, the Ilori revolted. They carved out a time of peace and order on Onara, a time when gods walked the earth. But peace is not the story of Arcanus. Ancient ships brought the humans to Onara. They slew the Ilori gods, all but one. The human kingdoms rose and fell, and a dark human power grew in a mandragore. The sorcerer king who drew magic and power to him with unnatural might. In his arrogance, a curse was laid. The infernal hordes spewed forth across the world, crushing human, dwarf, and Ilori in their wake. Rising to meet them, a last alliance of humanity, the Koryani Empire, forged in a time of legend. But the age of legends is long past, and the Koryani Empire is fading. The Ilori of the Vast would return. The Sorcerer King, Lady Mandragore, sends black ships to capture all with arcane potential. Sethragor gathers power in dark machinations, and the human nations point swords at one another. Now, the mortal future is at stake. Heroes must choose the greatest good as often as the lesser of two evils. Arcanus, the world of shattered empires.
Where we last left our heroes. Our heroes were sit on a particular bodyguard mission, helping an ancient dwarven noble who's very close to crafting the perfect item and maybe breaking the ancient curse of the Solanus Moor dwarves. So, our heroes escorted our dwarven friend to Milindir, where they were going to take a portal of Anshar to Ventaka in Kenseri. Upon arriving at the portal, however, at the Ansharan temple, our heroes were attacked by a band of radical dwarves called the Reavers, who believe that the curse in itself is a lie, that the dwarves have always been, and that they should forget what the promises of the gods of man. Our heroes bravely fought through the enemy and was able to pass through the Ansharan portal into Ventaka Kenseri, where they went from the frying pan straight into the fire. For the Nairites have rebelled in Ventaka and are trying to slay every undead creature there. And the reason why our heroes are escorting Alabak there is Alabak is so close to creating that perfect item, but his time is almost up. So he's seeking to extend his life beyond mortal means. So our heroes are protecting him. And it seems to be a very difficult job because you went from a band of dwarves that are trying to kill him to now fanatical warriors trying to kill them. Upon defeating the group of warriors near the Ansharan portals, our heroes rescued several refugees and people just trying to escape the fighting. And one of the people they rescued was a man called Halleck Val Mordain, the Black Chanter, who's a very specific type of bard whose job is to meet with the undead and sing to them songs to grant them inspiration and creativity. Because once someone has passed on beyond their mortal lifespan into the realm of undead immortality, they tend to lose their creativity. So that is his job, is to inspire the undead. And he explained that several fanatical Nihrites are setting up some sort of spell to seal the most powerful of undead, who Alabak is here to see, so that they can never come out again from an ancient library. So the PCs, seizing the opportunity, is trying to stop the dark ritual. And thankfully enough, they were able to succeed in this endeavor, because part of the ritual involves summoning a pit fiend, which some of you may know is probably the most powerful of the devils in the Hells. And this is where we last left our heroes. They stood beaten, battered, slightly broken, but not dead yet. So,
Guiding bolt came in clutch that fight.
yes, it did. So, we shall now continue. Halleck races up to each of you, almost jumping up and down in joy. I will compose songs of that epic battle, my friends. Have no fear. Your bravery and heroism shall not be forgotten by the people of Kanseri. If you will wait here but a wee moment, I will speak with my lord and see if he will grant you an audience. He turns to leave. Minutes drag by.
Grab him by the back of the shirt.
What? What? Who?
No. You stay here where we can see you.
But I'm going to go and get my lord. I will be back, don't you worry. Unless you want me to stay, in which case, let us wait till after your dwarven friend and my lords have a chat, huh?
Insight check.
Go
I don't
ahead.
trust him at all.
Give me that insight check.
Considering, like, he said he would help,
Oh, I don't know why that rolled with advantage. Hang
because
on.
it defaults to advantage.
Oh,
Well,
your
if you-
call if I roll it again or not.
we'll go ahead and keep it. From what you can tell, you think he might be flirting with you, or he might not be flirting with you. You're not sure.
All right, look, we went in here. You said you were going to be behind us. We get in here. You're not behind us.
I was right over there, cheering you on.
Cheering. Hard to hear cheering over the gunshots and
Yes.
the swords
And
and the
you-
screaming.
And you did fantastic.
Nico, I think this is a case of where we burn that bridge when we count those chickens.
I want to burn that bridge.
Fairly certain that she just made words. But I heard burning, and I'm
And I-
in.
And I heard chickens too, and now I'm hungry.
How about we let him get his lord?
You think he's got chickens?
He may have chickens.
They could
Oh,
be
shit,
undead
yeah.
chickens.
I'm not sure how those would taste.
I don't think I've had undead chickens. Do you think that's what's wrong with Ceres? He's been in the privy a long time.
I think undead chicken just means it's been marinating for a while. Probably really spicy.
Nico, does spicy mean the same thing to her as it does to the rest of us?
I'm not sure, but I'm at the point where I will eat every fucking chicken in this place.
Ah.
All right, so we got to keep an eye out for chickens because Nico's got a problem.
All right.
Got it.
So minutes drag by until the great bronze doors finally crack open. Action face and slightly trembling, Helic addresses you. My dread lord will see you now.
Dreadlord, okay.
I'm sorry, you have a dread egg, and I'm concerned about this. What's the what?
He turns. He's like, "Okay, if you have to get your jokes, get them out now before you pass through these doors. Because once you pass through these doors, please, for the sake of your life, please don't make fun of the ancient undead lord."
That's a very fair request.
I wasn't making fun of the undead lord. I was making fun of chickens and how spicy they are.
I still don't understand what she thinks spicy means.
I don't either. I'm just so hungry.
Do you all proceed forward?
Sure.
Yes, we have to proceed forward with our dwarf friend, right?
Yes.
I mean, the options are either that or the poor GM continues to suffer as
Yep.
The role players run away with the cookies.
Mm-hmm. And the chickens.
Ooh, I do
Oh,
want
God.
wings.
As you
missed us.
as you enter, the smell of decay and the mustiness of the ageless engulf you. Swirling miniature dust storms form and die with your every move, causing your nose to itch and tickle, a sensation those who inhabit this room have long since forgotten. The chamber before you could swallow entire buildings whole and still have space left over. Thousands of scrolls and tomes and books occupy an entire side of the room, competing with the grand library at Corion in sheer number of priceless items. The other side of the chamber is occupied with a table after table of alchemical apparatuses and potions. It seems that the rulers of Ventaka have enough to occupy themselves for generations without ever stepping foot outside of this chamber. In the center is a large screen made of wafer-thin jade, backlit by a simple light. An impossibly thin creature stirs from its repose. Waves of pure terror emanate from it. In a voice ripped straight from the sepulchre, it addresses you lethargically. I am told that you have been instrumental in thwarting the invaders from imprisoning us. After a long pause, Master Alabek clears his throat and addresses the being in a deep and steady voice. I am Alabek of Solanus Moor. I have traveled through many perils to meet with you. I seek your intervention, most holy of ones, in entering Nuroth to grant me life beyond life. We have heard of you, Master Alabek of Solanus Moor. And what will you offer to us for our prayers on your behalf? What I can offer? I seek this gift not for personal power, but to help my people. If we are able to persuade our Lord to grant you life beyond life, then you will have many years ahead of you to help your people. We need you now. With the betrayal of the Nightbrights, it is evident that we will need to take up arms to defend ourselves. Pledge to remain here for the next 20 years, and we will do what we can. We will need time to prepare. Wait in the antechamber until you are summoned. Slightly shaken, Master Alabek retreats through the brazen doors with you. As the door shuts, you are now left alone with yourselves, Alabek, and his two dwarven companions. What would you like to do?
Fortuna just shoots him a double thumbs up and a smile like,
He's like, I don't know about you, but this is very intense, and I would like to say thank you for bringing me here. Maybe now, after just some time, I'll be able to craft the perfect item and free the dwarves of Solanas Moor by putting all my passion into my work. But first things first, looks like we might have to build weapons to defend the city.
Why not just take some of the weapons off the freshly made corpses in the last couple rooms? It's a start.
I don't think that's quite what he meant.
Let's see. You know what? Everyone, give me an insight check.
Do you want that in single digits? Because I can probably do that.
Okay.
Hey, we got one of us who rolled well.
Why is my character sheet looking crazy?
Funky?
There we go. Yeah, just had to go remind it that we're functioning today. Let's try that insight check. Oh, Adita.
Do your best.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you got the second highest. You got the second highest.
Okay.
You know, we went for double digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortuna. With your insight check, you can definitely feel a great sense of hesitation on Alabak. As if, you know, he's trying to do what he's doing for the right reasons. But you're not so sure about the methodology. Since you made this insight check, do me a favor and give me an intelligence check, please.
Just straight intelligence?
Yes.
Wait. But TTRPG guy spent inspiration.
Ooh, who gets it, TTRPG?
Who gets the reroll?
You gotta specify. Theodora. Hey, Theodora,
Hi.
you get a free reroll.
Hey. Thank you.
Okay.
Rolled it as a save, but it's the same. It's
Ooh.
a +1 regardless, so.
I am in all of the wrong. There we go. Insight.
Oh wow, 20.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. That's what it's about. Thank you, TTRPG guy.
High five. Yes. Oops. There we go.
Okay. So, you get much of the same thing, Theodora, that I gave Fortuna. But with that insight check, and just thinking about the situation that Alabak is in, you do recall one other thing. You remember how he felt when it was mentioned by Halleck Val Mordain, the Black Chanter, that once you become undead, there is a sense that you lose your passion and your creativity. So you get the sense that maybe Alabak is probably weighing on that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Here's the thing. Theodora doesn't have much experience with undead other than, making them undead.
Just regular dead.
Right, just regular dead. But yeah, she'd be like, it seems like there is a words and phrases. My brain is all over the place right now.
Oh, don't worry. You shouldn't use any of them.
She would look to him and say, "Are you sure this is the only way that you can complete your project?"
Well, I think it is. If you think about it, this will give me more time to work on things and to perfect the perfect item. That's why Elir will grant the people of Solanas Moor the chance for the curse to be uplifted, for it to be broken. But do you think what the Black Chancer said was true?
I have no experience with undead, so I cannot speak to the truth of it. You would have to speak with those who are undead or have such immortality. Because
Dave,
Yes.
can I make an Arcana check just because of my deity having to do with demons and magic and things like that? Would I know what anything the Black Chanter said is true?
Give me a roll.
I have no clue. I guess I specialize in demons, not undead.
Well, I did see there was 2 inspirations that were given as well. One from Starglass and one from Senora Medusa.
What? No.
Oh no? Oh, I apologize.
there was
No.
an inspiration redeem from Starglass to whoever rolls the highest.
And
gets
one
it,
from Kezi.
and
So
one from Kezi.
yes, so Adita has one to bank. And whoever rolled the highest. But hey, I'm good with Fortuna taking it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
For-
I will roll Arcana then.
Do it again. No. Which he said undead.
I was gonna try given the previous.
Oh
rolls, I was gonna-
wow. Adita, natural 20.
Nice.
Adita.
Undead, not whatever it is you're doing. Ooh, hydrate.
Like-
Yes, Seppi.
Hydrate.
Like, yeah, undead. Like, they go to hell with the horns and then. Oh, no, not those.
No,
not those.
no, that's undemons. The undead is when they were sort of deadified and then they get undeadified by horrible and unknowable causes to sort of reanimate their dead corpses with an unnatural unlife. I should stop talking now.
So not
Hey,
like-
GM Dave, what do I know?
Okay.
Not like the cleric version of fixing somebody, the version of fixing somebody.
So,
Yeah, it's more of the version that we don't like to talk about back home, but we sure don't sing about it either.
Adita, you think back to your time in your Mandragore when you were at your studies and you remember a particular book, and the term Black Chanters did arise, and everything that you remember is very true. The Black Chanter was being very honest. When you reach that level of unlife, eventually your passion, your creativity does fade.
I guess, it's sort of the spark that animates all of us and drives us to pursue our joys and our passions and whatever else, that inspiration that makes us mortal sort of dissipates. It sort of fades away when they reach that level of unlife. And I don't know if that's a life worth having, if you ask me.
All right. So either Fortuna, Adita, or Theodora, you each can make separate rolls, or one person can make a persuasion roll with advantage.
I think we have a better chance with 3 rolls than 1 with advantage. Maybe?
I think you have a better chance of Adita not trying to persuade people. If you wanted Adita to persuade things, we should get the sharp objects. I'm just saying, I can help, but not the way you want.
But Adita is a sharp object.
She is a sharp object. In many ways.
Apparently, only when it comes to Arcana tonight.
Yep.
So do you want to roll with advantage or shall I?
You charming girl.
What's your persuasion?
A lot. It's +6.
You're one higher than I am.
Okay, so I will roll with it.
But that makes you 7 higher than me.
Oh dear.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Hey, 19.
Nicely done. Yeah.
Okay. You see Alabak just kind of stands there, and he absorbs everything you all say, because most of you were able to contribute to this conversation. And you see he slumps his shoulder and has a very big sigh. The door then opens, and Halleck comes out. He goes, "Whew. Oh, all right. All right, my friends. It looks like they're about ready to prepare the ritual. Are you ready, Master Alabak?" Alabak, you see he steels himself. His shoulders squares up, and he looks up at Halleck. And he says, "Master Halleck, I want to say thank you. And can you please tell your lords that I also offer my thanks to even be considered for the great honor that they wanted to bestow upon me. But I think I'm going to have to respectfully decline." And Halleck's like, you sure? You have a chance for immortality in there, buddy. I'm sure. I think the best thing for me is to go back to Solanas Moor and keep trying until the day I pass. That may be the best for all of us, for my people. Halleck goes, "Okay. As for the rest of you, thank you for your services in helping my dread lords. If you ever find yourself in Vintaka, and if we're all still around, please don't hesitate to contact us. You have a friend in Halleck Val Mordain. Toodles." And the big door closes. It doesn't like slam shut. It's like...
Did he just thank you, come again us? From the Lord of Undeath?
Pretty much.
Honestly, most people at Death's Door can say they've seen worse.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get any damn chickens.
No, but we can get some chickens when we get back in town.
Forks! Want some chickens. What?
You want some
Stress is
chickens,
going to be
Master? You seem like you
positively
need some chickens, Master.
inconsolable.
What was just said?
All right.
Words.
You see that, Alabek? I want to really, truly thank you for everything you've done. Come, let's leave this place of death and go home. As he turns and he walks away from you, you see the other two dwarves kind of nod their heads and they look at you and they give you a salute. As in, thank you for what you have done.
Salute back.
A short life full of passion is better than a long one lived with dullness.
That was vaguely racist of you, Theodora. I thought better of you.
Not what I intended, and you know it.
Oh, I'm supposed to read minds now. Okay.
Of course, just
No,
like
I'm gonna go
friend.
back.
That's
Just
my
standing
job.
quietly in the back of the Legion.
Wait, you read
Spotting
minds?
out in front of you.
Theodora is just gonna reach over and ruffle her ponytail.
Hey! Leave the top knot alone. Crap.
That's extra fluffy.
All right.
Sometimes.
No.
Finding the Ansharan priest, you convince him to activate the gate and send you back to Tralia. By the time you return all the way back to Solanas Moor, Alabak's renewed determination and vigor almost make him seem young again, in gratitude for keeping him from making a terrible mistake. My friends, I want to say once again, thank you. Thank you for helping me come to make the right decision. So, there is something that I would like to offer you. I would like to make you each a weapon that I will handcraft myself. It would only take me a week to get the full job done. But please, let me know which weapon you would like, and I would make it for you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
All right. So, let's... Who has an idea for a weapon that they would like to get made?
I have several, but
I have a couple ideas.
I have to remember what my proficiencies in this character are.
You yell in people's heads.
Yeah,
Correct.
that is extreme. I mean, that is extremely useful. Let's see. I forgot to put the Gladius on here. What damage does a Gladius do?
1d6 plus 1 piercing.
Got it. Can he make a holy gun?
Unfortunately, I cannot do
I think
firearms.
guns make things holy.
I had a feeling.
I can only do like melee weapons for the most part.
It's still very useful. And it's unhelpful. Most of my stuff is D4s.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really think anything can get much better than the hands of the mother. Adita kind of flexes her claws a little bit. I really wouldn't want anything else.
Perhaps something protective?
Unfortunately, I only specialize in weaponry, not armor.
Got it.
Worry about you sometimes, Theodora. It could be a good idea for you to be a bit stabbier. It never hurts to be stabbier, right,
No.
Nico?
Are you sure you want me to be stabbier? Because I can be stabbier. You know that.
I think we could all stand to be about 20% stabbier.
Oh, that's a number.
Yeah,
That's 2 more fingers worth of stabbing.
It's a side sword.
yeah, I had to learn a lot more numbers just because of teaching Ceres.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, and
Weapon, side sword, warfan, whip, gladius, and flintlock.
a Gladius, you can use your dexterity modifier for attack and damage, by the way.
Yeah. I was thinking either a side sword or a gladius, but I'm not sure what the side sword does again.
I mean, the
difference
Gladius is just cooler. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And you're a Legionnaire.
Yeah,
Have a Gladius.
I have a gladius.
All right. Gladius for Fortuna. I'm sorry, Gladius for Theodora. It's you.
I was like,
Or
I was like,
or
do I let him?
Can Fortuna have a Mind Gladius? Wait, no, don't give Fortuna a Mind Gladius.
I don't know what a Mind Gladius is.
It's
Nico,
already horrific.
do you know what you would like?
I don't suppose he can make a Kyo sword, can he?
Oh no, I do not have that sort of knowledge.
Yeah, give me a minute.
All right. And you mentioned that you use your hands as your weapons.
Yes, I do.
Well,
The Wild Mother has blessed my hands, and I don't think I'd really want to use anything else. I mean, I can. I just don't.
I wish there was something I could offer you. Like your friend, I could probably make you two a Gladius. And just to let you know, there seems to be a little bit of extra power in the weapons I forge.
You know, a Gladius is a good weapon. You know? I don't draw it often, but I've always carried one. Yeah, I think I'd like that.
I see that it seems like a Gladius has been part of all of you. You've all must have been known each other for quite some time.
Once a Legionnaire. Always. For Nico. He doesn't count. He's barely human as it is.
Sorry, between the concussion, the talk about chicken, Fortuna yelling in my head something about clowns in a circus. Yeah, I'm
What
still
are
kind
you
of half
even
out of it.
babbling about? You have been ranting about. I'm sorry, we're getting off on a tangent. Veterans have a tendency to natter on about things, and anyway.
I don't know. I think I've met some dwarves that could probably even top you in their use of profanities.
That sounds like a challenge.
Hey, Theodora, you want to challenge some dwarves to a swear-off?
Oh, I'd hate to make him blush.
I bet you we could make money on that.
Oh, probably without fail, without fail.
Yeah. I still have these pair of gladii that we picked up a while back, but a side sword might not be so bad.
And that's what I was thinking for as well, of using a side sword instead of the gladii. Because yeah,
All
that
right.
thing. I forgot what a side sword was. I was like, oh right, a side sword. I forgot that was a thing. I'm looking at the equipment list now.
All right, Nico, side sword. And
Can I change mine to a side sword?
Absolutely.
Yay!
He's taking the order.
What?
Nope, I want a gladius.
That's fair.
Because
Side
if
sword
I'm going to
gladius.
carry a weapon, it's going to be something that, well, I can take out and beat somebody with.
Yes. Trying to remember what a side sword looks like.
Fortuna, what about you?
She thinks for a minute, and she's like, well, Sarish's favorite weapon is a dagger, so how about a dagger inspired by Sarish?
Very well. Return here after a couple of days, and I'll have your weapons ready for you.
Actually, would you mind making just one extra side sword for me? I can pay.
And he looks at you and he notices that you have several pairs of weapons.
Well, this other one's it's a gift from my brother. He asked for something nice from here, and I figured I'd oblige him.
Very well. Very well. I'll give you even a discount. Okay.
That's right. We have the brother we're going back to.
He asked for a souvenir. He asked for something nice.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
better than a trinket.
I really half expected you to just walk back and reintroduce him to Theodora.
I don't know if he's ready for that.
He seems a bit green to me.
I'm
I
not
knew
touching that.
I knew I liked you.
So, is there anything in particular you want to do in your time back here in Solanas Moor? Because you figure that in about a week is when you have to leave anyways. That's when the merchant, Calvuso, is heading back to Savona.
Right. That was
Go
our
find
initial. That was
chicken.
our initial job.
We had a job?
Our initial job was to protect the caravan until they got here, and then we got roped into another one, another
And then we're supposed
mission,
to take him back.
and then we're supposed to take them back and get paid for the caravan job.
So,
What is there to do in?
yeah, Jim,
what's there to
can
do
you
here?
remind us a little bit about Solanas Moor? Because it's been a few months.
Well, right now you're in Solanas Moor. Wow, it's been a few months. Dang.
Yeah.
You're in
Yeah.
inside the
It's in the
city itself. You remember it does take a few hours of walking to get back to the marketplace at the base of the mountain.
Okay.
So, Solanas Moore, when you walking about the city, there is several long lines of people praying throughout the day. It's part of the dwarven ritual where they're chanting. One moment. It's from the Book of Alir. It's the chant of light from the Book of Alir, where it's part of them showing penance and piety to the god Elir, the king or the father of the king of the gods.
Got it.
And the language they were speaking was ancient Eltherian.
Mm.
Sort of like, Latin.
Nifty.
So you can wander the city, just know there's a lot of religious symbology going on and chanting. Or you can head down to the marketplace.
Get down to the marketplace. You never know what you'll find down there.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I just came up with this great idea.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You have some time to kill before your weapons are ready. So I am going to steal from a different game system a very fun concept. And I'm going to need help, Adita. I'm going to need your help for this. Can you do me a favor? We are going to do something called a montage. We have... You guys have a week to kill. So here it is.
Before you do that, do we get our long rest at least? Because I don't like seeing 9 hit points.
Yes, you're going to get a long rest.
Okay.
You do get a long rest.
Yay, I get all my spells back.
So let's see. Nico, I want you to create a situation for Adita. And Adita will have to solve the problem.
Oh, no.
Okay.
On our way to the marketplace?
We're going to start off on our way to the marketplace.
Okay. Hate you.
Well, considering everything that's been going on, and Nico does tend to just check everyone's equipment afterwards, yeah, I'd probably just ask to borrow the gun and Kisses just to kind of check them out, clean them, make sure they're fine. So Adita without Kisses and that poofy ponytail just kind of seems like a good spot for a bird to just kind of fly down and try to start making a nest.
Okay. Adita.
You're what?
A bird lands on your head and it puts a stick in it. And you see that it flies away. And
Bird flied away. Okay.
And after a few minutes, the bird returns and puts another stick in your hair and flies away again.
Theodore is watching this, just amused.
And the bird comes back again with another stick and places in your head.
Ask the bird. I use nature's voice to ask the bird, what the ever-loving shit?
Oh, you're a person.
I'm a person. Obviously, I'm a person, and you're a person. So why are you doing this?
Well, you seem like a very capable person. And it's a very good idea for a bird to make their nest in a very capable person's hair.
I've never heard this logic before.
Ha ha, you're not a bird.
No, you're right. I'm not a bird. I'm a person.
By the way, the rest of you guys are seeing Adita arguing with a bird. The bird is caw, 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 caw.
What kind of bird is it?
You know
Not
what?
a chicken.
It's a crow.
Okay. Crows are smart.
I think you're an asshole, aren't you? You're just doing this just to piss me off.
Hey, you humans do a lot of things to piss us birds off, but do we complain? All the time, but that's beside the point.
Done anything to you, huh? Tell you what. You want to piss off some humans?
I'm listening.
I mean, do dwarves count?
Dwarves are no fun, especially the ones around here.
Okay. But how hard have you actually tried to piss them off?
I flew in there and I was calling up a storm while they were doing whatever they're doing in there all day long, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And for some odd reason, I'm so Yes, we pooped all over the place. Nothing.
Then. Oh, hell, we can't let that stand.
Take the shiny bits.
Tell you what. I have a better idea. We're going down to the marketplace. I have no idea where that is, but I bet you do.
Sure, it's right there. And he points all the way down the mountain with his feather.
I bet they've got plenty of shiny things and at least a couple of humans in the marketplace. Let's go raise some hell.
Miko, I'm concerned about the smile on
know
her
what?
face.
I like this idea. I like you, human. I'll meet you down there. And the crow.
Bring friends.
Oh no.
Hey,
Speaking
Adita.
of which, what?
What just happened?
I was making arrangements.
You smiled.
I did not.
Yeah, you did. It was kind of scary.
No, I didn't.
That okay, so it wasn't a smile so much as a snarl of enjoyment.
Didn't
And
know
She was
such
clearly
thing.
planning a baby shower. I don't know what you all are on about.
I mean, fair.
What?
maybe that's how we're getting eggs.
Crazy, aren't you? Lunatics.
So, when you all get down to the marketplace, Adita, you see there are probably a good murder of crows around the place.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
And as you're coming in, you see they all start turning their heads toward you.
Oh no.
Leans over against a wall under one of the crows and says, "You really want to piss them off?
The crow
Let's
nods.
Let's collect as many tiny, shiny objects as we can and make a giant statue of you."
Let's get
All
to
over the
work.
marketplace. Just get them. Build it over there.
All right. You hear Adita say this, because she speaks common. She's not cacaing. She's just speaking regularly.
Squeak, squeaky, squeak, squeakums, ho.
So you see that the crows vanish and they all start bringing like different pebbles and coins and shiny bits into a particular area. And you see that many of them are starting to drop and they're dropping in a pattern. And before you know it, in a very odd combination of rocks, a precious gem maybe here and there, coins, pebbles, and other assorted things, you see that eventually they all start to pile up and make a bird. And everyone kind of stops and watches and are looking on perplexed. And people are like, what is this? Is this... What god is doing this? And you see there's murmurs and people going back and forth, trying to just figure out what's going on.
Theodore is gonna put a stick in your hair, by the way, Adita.
Stop.
I'm making you blend in.
straighten the stick. Jeez.
So
In there. I have peanuts in my pocket, by the way,
The
and I
cr-
scatter some for the crows.
you see the crows swarm the area, and just as soon as they came, they're gone. All the peanuts have left. And you see the one crow that you were talking to just kind of nods his head like this. He says, "Hey, you made the afternoon a little better. Catch you around." And he flies away.
Caw.
All right. Let's say a few hours pass. You know what? Let's say a day passes. Adita, please create a situation for another member in your party, and you can specify which member it is.
So, so a bunch of crows recently built a giant shrine to themselves in the marketplace out of stolen detritus and shiny trash and all of this other nonsense. And Theodora,
Oh no.
folks are getting really agitated about it. There's rumors flying around the marketplace already
Mhm.
that the that the tall strangers have brought an evil omen to Solanas
Oh.
Moor.
Good lord. Okay.
I don't know what you're gonna do about it, but
Wonderful.
have fun.
So, Theodora, how do you fix this situation?
I don't know. I mean, the most obvious one would be to try and persuade them that this is not an ill omen, but so much a blessing from nature. Because
I'm
my
a
friends
fucking
are a
blessing.
blessing, and she decided to bless this area with nature.
I'm a goddamn delight.
You are a delight. And she loves you dearly. She loves her friends as if they were family, and she's gonna try and be more of a no, what are you talking about? This is a blessing. Would you rather these creatures be would you rather these birds be flying around, cawing loudly, and pooping all over the place, or would you rather them be gathering around the little trinket of their own to entertain themselves with the shiny bits?
Whoa, 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 says one of the dwarves around. So what you're trying to say is this is a good omen?
Yes.
Are you sure this is not some sort of heretical thing that you brought upon the people of Solanas Moor?
We would never do such a thing. We risked our lives to better your people. And
Wait.
it's,
What? What's she talking about? I don't know what she talking.
didn't we do that? Clarification.
What you mean? Yeah, that was between you and Alabac.
Got it. Okay, that's what I was like. Wait, wasn't it this group?
Wait, do we apply an etiquette take back here?
Yeah, can we apply etiquette?
I'm sorry, we're already mixing systems. Let's
Yeah.
mix it all up.
Yeah,
Etiquette take back over
I'm
the
sure.
love
I
of
was
God.
like, I was blurry on details
Somebody
because it's been a
stop
while.
Indy.
It's been a while. I'm blurry on details.
Oh, thanks for that TTRPG guy. That was great.
What happened?
He played the Mario Death Sound.
Nice.
So, okay, we'll give you the etiquette take back. You can take back
Okay.
about the "We saved your people" line.
Right. It's been a long time. That's why I was like mixing plot lines and whatnot.
So, why do you think this is a good omen?
Are birds a bad omen here? I mean, I've never heard of birds being a negative omen.
Well,
They seek to build something pretty. You know, something that is potentially beneficial. They are, crafting in the way that many others do.
but what if, says another dwarf, but what if, what if it's some ancient spirit that will be raised from this thing?
That would be performance. I was like, can I pretend or actually sense if there is a spirit and just put on a grand show to show these people that is not in case the fact?
You know what? You can use a performance check or a persuasion check for this.
Okay, I might do a persuasion.
How many background points
check.
does she get for that?
Stop it!
I can't help it. I'm not sorry.
You're not sorry.
7.
I'll
Yes,
do-
7 background points. Good job, TTRPG guy.
Hey, that's not terrible.
You see the couple of them like, and as you say this, like a rock kind of just falls out of place and the whole thing crumbles. And one dwarf goes, "Is that a bad omen?" Ah!
What are the birds doing?
Caw, 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 caw,
Okay,
caw.
but they seem particularly angry about this.
Give me an insight check for the birds.
Adita,
What?
why do you
want?
do these things?
I didn't do nothing.
Insight.
I had peanuts.
Oh, of course,
Is it a crime
nothing.
to have peanuts?
She's inciting birds.
The way of birds is completely foreign to you, Theodora. You understand people. You understand their desires, their wants, their needs. But these birds are completely hard to read. You have
Yep.
no idea
They're
what's
birds.
going on.
They are birds. They're-
TTRPG has just given you an inspiration.
Oh, hey, do it again. Okay.
So for funsies, do it again is also a 13th age mechanic.
Ah, okay. Oh, is it? Interesting.
Yeah,
let me
it's
think
a-
this one.
It's a thing that like one player
That's
can
better.
give to another.
Hey, that's twice as good. That's better than twice as good as I got last time.
You get the sense that these birds, as they're cawing, some are falling over, cawing even louder. You may think they are laughing at the situation of
Yeah.
the people losing their crap over this. And
No, it was not an ill omen.
but didn't you say it was a good omen, and then when it falls apart, now wouldn't that be a bad omen?
No. For all that is nature is built and decays. This is part of the natural cycle.
Oh. You see a couple people stop and you see them ponder and they think this over. A few of them shrug and just go about their business.
Okay.
Others contemplate everything that just happened on this strange, bizarre day.
Theodore's gonna take some of her trail mix and toss some nuts for the birds.
Theodora, how much time would you like to pass?
We could pass the afternoon.
All right. Into the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Theodora, do me a favor. Do me a solid. Create a situation and pick someone to solve it.
Well, in honor of the collection of shiny things and continuing this murder of crow montage, some children around the town have decided to take inspiration from these birds and maybe start collecting some shiny bits of their own as they cause a little bit of mischief. And our resident fortune teller is covered in shiny bits. And perhaps a few children decide to maybe copy the birds and take some for themselves.
Fortuna, let us go ahead and start your montage with a perception roll.
Oh boy.
Just some shiny bits, like the little trinkets and coin, like not silver coins, but like the dangly coins.
All right. You see, okay, so Fortuna. At one point, you see a kid just jump in front of you and he starts doing a little dance. And you're like, what? You're looking at him, and then you see from the corner of your eye, two kids are trying to sneak up. One a dwarven child and one a human child. And they look like to be reaching for some of the shiny stuff that is surrounding your person. What would you like to do?
She's going to step back and just kind of put an arm around both of them. Hey, kids, can I help you? Watching your friend dance there?
You see, as you say that, one of the kids has his hand on your tarot deck.
Ooh.
And he pauses right there, and he's looking
Very
right
sad.
at you.
No, baby.
Cheese it! And he tries to yank your tarot deck.
Nope. I'm gonna try to grab it back.
All right, yep. Go ahead and give me give me an athletics check. It's not a very high DC. Okay, trust me, it was enough from the roll I just had. As he goes to yank it away from you, your training from the military, from the legions, it really comes into play here. As you hold on to the deck and you pivot off the line and into his guard, throwing him completely ass over tea kettle. Holding your cards in your hand, you now standing over this kid.
Now, can I ask, what exactly is it you were trying to achieve?
Well, we saw the omen and we wished to mimic the birds. We saw your shinies and we said, what would the birds do? So we're trying to borrow your shinies to create a statue in honor of all the birds that have come before us?
Well, you're going about it all wrong. If you want shinies that really get everywhere, we gotta make some shinies, not take some shinies.
Oh no.
Birds don't have the ability to make their own shinies, but we do. Here's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need about a cup of sugar. We're gonna need maybe some beet juice or something colorful. And yes, she is teaching them how to make glitter.
Why would you do this?
You see. All right. Okay. Kez, do me a favor. Roll me a percentile.
Oh no.
Oh dear. I did not expect this to end in glitter, but what else did I think was gonna happen?
All right.
19.
You see about 7 kids come all with the materials that you have requested. And you sit down and you show them the process of making glitter. And yeah, eventually they all have shiny bits. This
That
is
they
so
didn't need to
cool. Can we just throw this on people?
You can. It's literally just sugar, so it goes away. It just really gets everywhere. It's a lot of fun.
You see all the kids kind of look at each other with a smile on their face, and you see that they disperse.
Go. Be free, my little gremlins.
We are now going to shift a day. As you are all wandering through the marketplace, you see some people walking around angrily, and you see that they're covered in shiny bits from head to toe. You see that there has been some sort of shenanigans that have been afoot in this marketplace. So, Fortuna, everyone else has gone. There is one person left. Do me a favor and create a scenario for our good friend Nico that he has to solve.
So all these children in town have now discovered an easy way of making glitter. Problem is the glitter's gotten everywhere, and by everywhere, I mean everywhere. And there's a lot of really upset craftsmen all around the market who now have this glitter on the clothes, glitter on the baked goods, glitter on the fruit, glitter on them.
At least it's edible glitter.
Oh, it's all edible. But it is literally everywhere. And the worst part is the recipe for this glitter seems to be circulating and they want to get rid of it.
Okay.
Now, where it's really starting to get bad is some of the pranks are including with the local blacksmiths. Some of this glitter is being exchanged for some of the salt needed to actually produce weapons. You know, kids will be kids. How do you make sure that these guys can still run their business with this copious amounts of sugar glitter everywhere?
All right, Nico. Remember, the chain of events began somewhere.
Some days you're your own problem.
Okay. Wow.
We can
You know,
montage it so much worse.
I'll probably start by just checking out some of the stuff at the blacksmith and just kind of seeing, just catching what's happening there.
All right. You see that a few blacksmiths just great. Where's the coke? Why am I finding glitter? This shiny stuff. What do I do with this? Sir, I am so sorry. Normally, I'm happy to assist you. But there is an issue that we're trying to figure out. This! Do you know what this is?
Would I know what this is? Like, I guess, like...
It tastes sweet. It's like sugar, but it's shiny.
Huh. Well, unless someone's literally trying to cook your stuff here, make it sweeter, it's like... I'm just gonna take a guess that shouldn't be there.
No! This is a blacksmithy, not a bakery.
Well, sometimes I've been to, they're one and the same. Don't ask.
Listen, we don't make dwarven war bread here.
Actually, Dwarven Warbread does sound good, but we could talk about that later. So, I'm guessing this happened overnight, or do you know who did it, or just like...
There's something. People, look! That man is covered in the same stuff. These children nowadays interfering with the business and the marketplace.
Oh, so the kids are doing this. So this is just a prank.
It's an annoying prank.
Well, we could always try catching some of the kids and kind of make them give up how they learned it.
Sure, you'd be doing the marketplace a favor.
All right. What are the kids around here like?
You
Glitter.
See, when the parents take most kids to the market, the kids want to find something, or maybe it's the kids that are along with the caravans with their parents, or there's even some of the locals that come down with their parents from Solanas Moor, the dwarven children. So you have a pretty good mix of kids of both human dwarves, and you see kind of a deformed child here and there. You suspect that they may be an actual gnome amongst them. So you do see a variety, but you do eventually catch a couple of kids with like these type of satchels. They reach in and you see that they put some of the glitter. They'll run up to an unsuspecting person, throw it, and then scatter and just try to run for it. From what you gather, they're probably doing this more than anything else is because they're bored.
Which one of them looks like the ringleader?
Fortuna.
you do find, you know what? You do find a particular smart ginger who seems to be coordinating, using your, your abilities and your skills from many, many years in the Legion, scouting, surviving, using your stealth and your wits. You follow these kids and you find the ginger. They call him the gingerbread, who seems to be coordinating with all the other kids and seem to be making more glitter using a combination of sugar and beets. Was it Fortuna?
Various colorings. It could be any kind of like colored juice. Beets would just get you red glitter.
So a combination of beet, you do see beets and you see other like fruits and oranges, all sorts of colors being mixed, and the kids, playing around and throwing it at themselves too.
All right, yeah. So I'll just kind of casually walk in. It's like, hey.
Oh, God damn it, we're stuck in here.
No, don't worry. I'm not going to turn you in or nothing. Just, I want to chat for a second.
All right, sir. You're in the presence of the gingerbread man. Speak your piece.
You're the worst.
Gingerbread man.
Hey, if you guys can escalate this, so can I.
So, been noticing your handiwork around town. Not too bad. Not too bad. Little unrefined. You could kind of focus a little more.
Yes. My abilities and leadership is second to none. Did that sound good? That sounded great, boss. Yeah, you tell him. You can do it, George. Dude, I'm the gingerbread man. Gingerbread man!
So,
You like this?
So, what's your goal? You just doing this for the fun, or you got a reason for it? I'm just curious.
This is part of our plan. That's 3 steps.
You don't know what step 2 is, do you?
We know step 3 is profit.
That's what I thought. Okay, so, and I'll just slowly start getting closer to them. Look, you got a good start. I'm not going to ask where you learned to make that stuff. You got to pick your targets a little better, though.
What do you mean?
Well, here's the thing. The blacksmiths, they're pissed. It's probably not a good idea to make the guys who know how to make weapons angry.
But they're always pissed. They're always shouting at each other.
Yeah, but when you're slamming metal into metal all day, you kind of lose your hearing a little bit, so they have to yell. That's just natural for them. But you don't want to mess up their work. On the other hand, though, pass us some of that glitter.
They pass you some of the glitter.
You could have some fun with this, but you got to be careful. And I'll just take a little bit out of my hand and just kind of blow it towards one of them.
Okay. So,
But basically, it's kind of like blind them for a second.
ah!
Shadow step behind them.
And you see some of the kids watch this and we're like, they're all frozen because you just disappeared and just appeared somewhere else. Where'd he go?
I'm gonna pickpocket one of the kids.
Give me a sleight of hand check. Please roll a 1. Ah!
There was a 1 involved.
All right.
Numbers occurred.
You easily pickpocket. If you want, you can pickpocket several of them with their bags of glitter. The choice is yours.
I'll just take the bags of glitter off a couple of them without them noticing.
Hey, Oh, there you are. How'd he get behind me? It's because you threw glitter on my eyes.
Misdirection. That's the key.
I don't know her.
Oh,
Okay.
words.
All right. So, and I'm just gonna kind
Like
of,
this.
I'm gonna kind of kneel down to their level a little bit and hand the bags back. So, I'm gonna teach you something that I used to do with my brother a lot when we were younger. The glitter's gonna help. And I'm gonna show them how to start kind of focusing, using the glitter as a distraction, and kind of make like a little Urchin's Thieves Guild. Starting.
And that's how we come full circle for our montage. Congratulations, Nico.
Oh dear.
Started Kids Thieves Guild. Got it.
And I am setting some rules for them. Just keep it small, keep it to only what you need. If it's food, make sure you only get enough to feed what you need. Don't go in excess. And avoid the blacksmiths. Do not mess with the blacksmiths at all.
You got it, mister. Thanks. And you see the kids start getting together and they're going to be making more, but you have this sense that they'll follow the rules.
This started with crows.
Follow
This
rules.
started with birds.
And that's how montages go off the rails.
That's amazing.
The montage tool is a wonderful delight in 13th Age. Most of the time, it's simple things like, so, on your way to the marketplace, Adita notices that her coin pouch has been pickpocketed. How do you resolve it? Well, what I actually do is turn around and I throw Nico at them. Not like I point him in their direction, like I literally just grab Nico by the arm and I throw him at the suspected pickpocket, which inadvertently starts a street riot. And anyway, now that's Theodora's problem to deal with. And that's usually like the pacing that you have with it, where it's like quick, 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 and you do like 1 round, 2 round, depending on the scale of the problem. This was hysterically silly.
Yep, that's amazing though. I love how our GM is just writing down all.
We've got a
Pretty.
crow cult. There may or may not be evil omens. Fortuna invented biodegradable glitter bombs. And Nico has started a children's thieves guild. Hate to say it, Nico, but you're old Mr. Fagin. You guys gotta go potty? Okay, sorry. I gotta take the puppy outside. I will be back.
All right.
Still listening.
So, some time it passes by. The days go by. Kavalsa will tell you in a few more days that you guys will be able to leave, but the time has passed. You venture back into Solanas more proper. Now, normally only real dwarves are allowed to go in this place, but there is a special dispensation for you to go back in because you have Alabak's favor. And word of that does spread around that there's a couple of human or Vals that are walking around with the grace of Alabak. You eventually make back to the Legendary Blades, which is where Alabak has set up his shop. Upon getting there, give me one moment. Let's see, where are you? Nope, went too far. You see what one of the dwarves that went with you on your adventure actually greet you and says, "Oh, you're back. I'll go ahead and fetch the master." And just within a couple of moments, you do come back and Alabak is there. And you see that behind him is several dwarves carrying some bundles as well. All right. Thank you for your time. The lady, and he indicates to Theodora. something I have been experimenting with for quite some time. I know you requested a side sword, so I did forge a side sword for you, but there's a little bit of a catch to it. So he presents to you a very nice sword that the pommel of the blade is a flower, and it looks like that the handle, even though it's wire wrapped, if you look very closely, they're supposed to be in the design of like a stem with thorns.
Ah, okay.
But it's more for pretty than, grabbing it will be no problem.
Right.
And you see that the blade of the sword, there seems to be these triangular fullers that move up the blade. And he says, so if you push on this button right here, it does this. And he flicks his wrist while pushing the button on the handle, and you see that the blade kind of falls apart, and where the fullers are seem to separate out and are then held by a very thick wire in the center that
I
seems
love it.
to elongate it. And with another flick, you hear a device spin inside, and it all just closes right back up.
Theodora's in love. This is amazing.
I have a feeling that this would be very good from your temple. I've also given it a name. I call it Lover's Embrace.
Oh, that's perfect.
I hate it.
It's a whip sword. Awesome.
And for you.
She is very happy, and she thanks him.
And for you. I know this may not be much. You said that you prefer to use your hands, but maybe if you want to use this sword in the other. And he pulls out the blade. And you do see a gladius made from a very, both the handle, pommel, and the guard, or the quillion for a gladius, is made of a very fine, dark wood. And it seems to have very much a nature depiction throughout the pommel and the handle. And you do see circling around the guard of the gladius seems to be some sort of cat that you've never seen, but it seems to circle around the quillion, and it looks like it's stalking something. This may not to be as much, but he opens it up, and you see that the blade itself is made up of kind of this dark green steel. We had some of this left over. This is called Saritian steel. It's, in case your hands may not be up to the task of fighting demons and devils, this blade will do the trick for you.
I don't know what to say. This is more than I could have possibly imagined. I don't. Do you really just want to give this to me?
You helped me make an important decision that not only affects my life, but maybe many lives in the city. This is the least I can do.
I think this is one of those situations where Theodora would tell me I have to say something nice, like I humbly accept your kindness or something.
Theodora's gonna nod.
Ah, crap. Thank you. I guess I'll try to be worthy of a blade this beautiful. Wow.
The name of the blade is just called Pounce.
Pounce. Nice. Yeah, we can do that, Pounce.
So, here's what I have next. You see that a bundle comes out, and there's 2 swords in it. And they kind of both fit a light and dark motif. So, you requested dual arming swords. There's not much to these, except they're very well balanced. And they're made also of Saritian steel because you may encounter some difficulty on your journeys. But I have a feel like that these swords are more of a sentimental value, but they should come in handy in case you ever run into something of outwardly forces. So, I present to you, this one is Light Shadow, and this one is called Daybreak.
Lights, Shadow, and Daybreak.
And when you pick up the sword, remarkably, it feels so light and very well balanced. And you have the motif of the blade from the top to bottom. It seems to tell the story of Kadic, that there is a duality to him. Kadic is known as the god of shadows, but there is another side to him. There is the side of where he is also he is the god of musicians as well, and this blade reflects that even in the darkest shadows, something beautiful can be born. So you see that there's depictions of music that runs throughout both blades. And that even looking down the blade, the fullers, even though they're thin, it looks like a bar to place musical notes.
I'll pick them both up and just kind of get a feel for the weight of them. Wow, these are impressive.
Thank you very much. I do try my best after 500 years.
Is it better to keep these together, or is it okay to give one to my brother like I mentioned?
You can give it to your brother. It's what it was designed for.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be mighty appreciative. Although we'll probably have to figure out who gets which.
And as for you, you asked for a dagger. I was very happy to comply. So, this one, and he pulls out the dagger, and you see that there's... I'm trying to figure out. We made this also of fine Saritian steel just for you. Because you mentioned that you worship the god of contracts, correct?
I'm Valmehan, actually.
So this is involving your family. Well, we put a little something in the pommel for you. Because I could tell by your gray eyes, you were one of them psionic folk. So,
She nods.
this Saritian steel blade is also good for demons and devils. But in the pommel, it'll allow you to store one of your psionic abilities. I know for some it may not be much, but for you, I think it may come in serious handy. It's always good to have one little extra oomph in case you need it.
Would it count a DM as an extra spell slot, or how would that work?
It'll function like a ring of spell storing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your services, all of you. I hope these weapons will help you in your adventures. and I hope we can meet again someday. Now, if you excuse me, I have to get back to work.
It is an honor to wield these weapons.
It is. And thank you so much. If there's something I can say, since you worried about inspiration, and she takes just a little bit of the glitter that they had made a couple nights ago, and she puts it in his hand, and she's like, start here. Sometimes something really unexpected can really blow into something grand or completely out of proportions, and I never know which is more delightful.
You know what? He gives you a very warm smile and chuckle and holds. Okay. I'm sorry, I just got thrown for a loop for a second. Thank you very much. I will always remember your kindness and your words of wisdom. No matter how old you get, it's good to know that you can learn something, even from those who may not be able to live as long. I thank you very much, and I hope to see you all again someday. Eddie turns to leave. So, baseline, all your weapons are made of Seretian steel, including yours, Theodora.
Okay.
And they are +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Yes. Yee. And mine can. So when mine converts into a whip, it still does the D4, or does it do the D8?
It will do a D6.
It'll do a D6. Okay. I am unsure how to make a versatile property, but we'll figure that out later.
No problem. All right.
Oh, so how much do I owe him for the second sword?
You know what? He'll only charge you 200 gold pieces.
Done.
All right. So, you'll meet up with your caravan, Clovasso, and he has his wagon all packed up and ready to go. You all assist in the process, and you leave Solanas Moor to make your way back to Sweet Savona. And just to kind of speed things up a little bit, time goes by, a few weeks, passes, because it does take some time from one place to another. And you've been gone from Sweet Savona almost about a month and a half until you arrive back in the City of Delight, of Wonder. So, when you get back to the city, what is the first thing you want to do?
Leave.
I'm guessing they're just gonna look to Nico and just be like, "So, what do you want to give on the blade?"
Well, don't we have to check in with the temple first?
I mean, yeah, I could do that whenever.
All right, give me a second. I just gotta find these kids. And I'm scrolling back up through the chat just to see what the name of it was.
I believe that was Nico's Glitter Crow Home for Wayward Children.
Mm-hmm.
Mika had a better name for his.
Yep.
Oh, the name of the swords, or the name of?
Oh, the Abesian children.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll take a few minutes, see if I can try to find one of them, just to have them pass a message to Mika to meet up at the usual bar, or the usual hole in the wall.
Okay, not a problem. An urchin would be very happy to assist you, and he, holds out his hand.
I'll put 4 gold in his hand.
He
It's all
is
money for a
frozen
kid.
in place, and he's like,
I'm gonna ask him how much I gave you. Are you gonna be honest and do the job?
Thank you, sir. I think I can retire from this life now. I'll pass on the word. Where do you want to meet him? Where? Repeat
Just
what you
tell-
want.
Just tell him. Yeah, tell same as last time, or same order as last time.
Yes. You got it. Bye. And the kid leaves. And he stashes it. And he's gone.
Then Theodora would volunteer to visit the temple. She knows it's not for everyone. She'll just say, like, looks to Adita, so you don't need to come if you don't want to.
Can I stay in the back
Mm-hmm.
by the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go. But I'm not gonna like it.
Okay. I didn't say you had to. You can make sure Ceres stays on his leash.
What?
And doesn't go into the bath again.
But what if Oriana's there?
You know what's not? You know what's not fair? You say, "Oh, Ceres, you smell. Oh, Ceres, you stink." So when Ceres go to bath, you say no.
It's when you go by yourself, Ceres.
Details.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
mostly because you were blowing milk bubbles in the actual bath.
Soap bubbles. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if Oriana's there, then, I mean, Oriana's there.
Do you think Oriana's gonna be there?
Most likely.
And I can stay in the back, by the door?
Yeah. Unless you see her, in which case I'm pretty sure, unless she's busy, she'll be happy to speak to you.
I could just kind of, stand out of the way.
Wallflower Adita is adorable, and I love her.
Is my top knot straight? I don't have any more crow sticks in it, do I?
No, of course not. She will totally pull out the last of the sticks that was just kind of hanging on there. You know there was one left.
One. Like there was one.
Yeah, no.
We both know Adita sleeps in a freaking tree.
Right. She just kind of like brushes the top knot, like 4 come off. There you go. You're perfectly fine. See?
So, traveling in Sweet Savona, you can smell the incense in the air because at the center of the city, both as the government, the place of government, and the Larissan Temple, all in one, you make your way to the center of the town, or the center of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Upon arriving there, you are greeted at the temple by several people. You know, one of them goes, "Oh, welcome back, sister. It's been some time. Oriana will be delighted to know that you're back. She seems to be in great spirits, apparently, and she wanted to see you as soon as you got back."
Oh, well, I'll be happy to meet with her.
So, everyone, give me perception checks.
Sure.
Right. Dice. Perception. I remember where that is.
Nat 20 for a 19.
Nice. How do you have a -1 to that?
Because I have a -1 wisdom.
Jeez.
Hey, paladin, champions are charisma based, not wisdom based.
Yeah, fair.
So, Nico, you notice that some people in the temple are very low key pointing in your direction. Since you rolled the natural 20, I still am going to give this to you. Specifically, they're pointing in the direction of Adita. And you see there's a couple nods, some smiles. But all your companions are oblivious to this.
Like, kind of noticing her in a good way or a bad way.
It seems to be more of in a positive way and not in a like that mean girl way.
I'll kind of point that out to Theodora and Fortuna first, just to have them notice.
And as soon as you point that out, you see that some of them, you know, kind of just go about their business and move away as if nothing happened at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's usually not one for the attention, so
Let's see where this goes.
Fortuna, you ready to block people in case they try to get close to her?
Fortuna literally looks at him and blinks a few times and points at the heels. Does like the weakest flex in the world.
Amazing.
Oh, way I figure you can distract them while I probably take a knife hit from Adita in case shit goes south.
Yeah.
Listen, I would normally agree, but tits aren't going to work in here.
There's plenty of them.
I'll do my best.
All right. As you walk further into the temple, and you are eventually greeted by Oriana, who runs up to all of you, specifically runs right for Adita, grabs her and puts her in an embrace. And Adita, due to your height, she places your head straight into her bosom.
Yeah, this was going slapstick.
And you all see this.
Yep. Theodore is not surprised whatsoever and is just hopefully happy that Adita's flailing like a awkward teen.
His head just kind of freezes because well, that's not what I expected. Hi.
Hi. I'm so glad you're back. So I was thinking, and I hope I'm not being pushy. I was thinking about all of you. It's so good to have you back, Theodora, and I was thinking that it would be a very good idea that maybe you stick around, at least not in the city itself, but maybe close to the city. So I did some research, and I found a villa that is outside of the city, a few miles away. And one of the things I noticed about this villa is there are a couple. It used to be an old vineyard, but towards the back of the villa is a nice little forest. And I was thinking that maybe you can take up residence there?
I believe that's... She just looks to the rest of the group. It would be a group decision, but it doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I mean, it would be a nice size for everyone to stay in, from what I've heard. And it's only this villa with about... I think it was like 15 acres. It's only going for 2,500 gold pieces.
Theodora's just gonna smile and nod and be like, yeah, that sounds completely possible. Just a little outside our current price range.
Go ahead and all of you give me insight checks.
Yeah. I was like,
So how cursed is it?
Oh, she is definitely holding Theodora, Adita, you definitely, even Nico, and Fortuna, Theodora, Adita, you all get this. There seems to be something she's holding back.
Are we still just out in public in front of everybody?
No, you've adjourned to like a little side area where you're just talking amongst yourselves. And by the way, when you came back, you do have your cart filled of spoils. And
Oh yeah, we gotta sell all that.
yeah. Also, did we get paid for the caravan job?
yes, you each got paid 250 Imperials each.
Nice.
So I'll add 500 just because I'm Ceresa's banker.
You got it. So, and yeah, you do realize she is holding something back, which she mentioned. It's only 2,500 gold pieces.
So how cursed is this?
Yeah,
place,
Theodore is
Mariana?
gonna nod. So what's up with this place?
Oh,
Nobody just gives a villa away for
Well.
2,500 Imperials.
Well, I know that you are all seasoned adventurers and heroes, and maybe you might be able to put your heads together. Supposedly, the place is haunted,
You are not that cute.
and that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. Everyone who
Fortuna got extra excited, like, yes, give
Yeah.
me the ghosts.
Oh.
Right? Like I saw your eyes were just the size of saucers, and I'm like, oh, Fortuna is gonna be so excited. We're going Scooby-Doo on this shit.
Yeah.
Quagskin, thank you for following the channel. Super appreciate that to you. And I appreciate everyone else who came to the stream today.
Yeah.
We super love having you there. I had a blast with you guys. Just getting a chance to run this game again made me realize how much I missed it, especially playing with
Yeah.
you goofballs. Oh man, and I'm excited to I'm going to try to get this done a little bit more regularly, at least bi-weekly, because we also want to still keep up the GM talks, because that's a really fun thing as well, especially with everything going around in the just in the TTRPG scene. And I think I just want to kind of share the love for a little bit. So
Yeah.
with all that being said,
Yes.
I still want to say thank you for coming to the stream, everyone. But I do like to spend a little time after we're done with the game to kind of give a little shine on my cast here about whatever projects that they're working on and that you should check out. So, Adita, played by Heidi Hogarten, do you have any projects that you've worked on or are currently working on?
So, hey guys, I'm Heidi Hogarten. And most recently, I actually recorded an audiobook named Witch's Night. It is the first book of the Bloodline Chronicles by Evelyn Silver. And I am currently working on going over the manuscript for book 2 with Evelyn. So expect the sequel to be coming out this summer. Once again, narrated by me. So if you want to hear me reading some spicy supernatural queer fiction, I got you.
Sounds like a blast.
It's awesome. I'm at a very, very spicy scene in the book.
I suddenly feel extremely awkward.
I mean, that's also very fair.
I'm gonna sit here and just pet the dog.
Nico, what else you got going on there, buddy?
Not too much going on my side right now. Yeah, just given everything that's been happening with TTRPGs, I've been checking my library, filling in gaps, and definitely looking at a few different systems just to have some fun with.
Yep, there are, trust me, there's one thing TTRPGs aren't missing is a variety of systems. Fortuna, played by our own Critical Kez. What you got?
Hey guys, so I am still taking commissions. I've got a few slots still open. I've been in the middle of my Twisted Wonderland Tarot series, which you guys can go ahead and see on Critical Kez, both on Instagram, Tumblr, and on Facebook as well. I've also put up a couple commissions, one of them for the upcoming Pathfinder thing that we're hopefully going to be doing here, and that would be GM Dave's character, the first to grace the Pathfinder characters I'm going to be doing for the group. And good God, when I say I had to take breaks while drawing this character, because he's that bright. But,
I can vouch. I saw him from across the house.
Yep.
He is
but
fabulous.
I think you
definitely
mean
check it
one
out.
tiefling Mardi Gras parade.
Yep.
It really is. Definitely check him out. Check my Critical Kez on Instagram or Tumblr or Twitter, excuse me, or on Facebook, and check out the Twist Tarot series. And if you want to commission me, just go ahead and message me on any of those platforms.
Message her. It's worth it. And last but not
Yes.
least, our good friend Theodora, played by Shadow Shura. What you got?
Nothing much at the moment. Just doing my usual streams. Right now, we're actually doing Fire Emblem Engage, and it's been a blast figuring out how to play anime chess with swords and axes.
I mean, it is a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, I've never played one before, so this is my very first time playing it.
You know, maybe one of these days I'll play an actual Pokemon game.
It'd be fun. You could run around and get lost like I do all the time.
All right, and with all that being said, once again, everyone who came out to the stream today, thank you very much. I super appreciate that about you. And this won't be the last. So, before I do my closing...
I have one question, though.
Sure, go for it.
Have we leveled up yet?
That was gonna be my question.
Not yet,
Nah, after the ghost.
but soon. So, let's go ahead. We need to raid someone. You know what? How about we go raid a friend of the channel, Cobalt Sprig.
Hey, Sprig.
We love Sprig here
The
on this
cutest
channel.
thing.
She is an
Sprig's
adorable
amazing.
kobold. So, with everything being said, thank you, everyone. And remember, every single day, do something for your physical health, do something for your mental health, because you deserve it. And like these people here, you too get to go. You should go on your own grand epic adventure. So prepare yourself for it in any way, shape possible, because it's fun going on lifelong adventures, but it's also a lot of fun when you get to do it with friends. And remember to always, and I mean always, crit those gains! We'll see you all soon. We're going to have more content for this channel before you know it. Take care, everyone, and have a great day, morning, or evening, no matter where you are around the world.